It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning. Welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this Thursday, the 16th day of December 2021. I'm Chillie Falls coming to you from Bedford County, Virginia, Central Virginia area, right near Lynchburg, on an unseasonably warm day. It's like 68 degrees. Tomorrow going to possibly as high as 73. And then, of course, it's going to get cold again. So up and down, up and down, up and down. All right. Let's get rolling here this morning. Today is National Chocolate Covered Anything Day. Now, there's a lot of things that get chocolate covered that I don't partake in. You know, some bugs and ants and things that I just can't do those. But anyway, I'm a pretty good fan of chocolate covered most anything. So go out and maybe get yourself some chocolate covered strawberries or something today to celebrate this day. All right, cruise ships sailing from U.S. ports today. Got a few, not a whole lot, as we get ready for another busy weekend. Down at Port Canaveral, we've got the Carnival Elation sailing. In Miami, the MSC Divina. Of course, I'll be on that in February 5th or 6th. I don't know. In the first week of February, I'll be on the Divina. Also sailing from Miami today, Disney Magic and the Celebrity Summit over in Tampa. Brilliance of the Seas gets underway today. In Galveston, the Carnival Breeze. Out in Los Angeles and Long Beach, the Carnival Miracle sails. And in San Pedro, Navigator of the Seas, that I'll be on in April, sails. Today's headlines: Carnival back in Grand Turk. World's largest ship to head to Port Canaveral. Enchantment of the Seas pool deck maintenance. Watercans for Royal Caribbean, a $75 Alaska fare for kids. Wow. P&O Australia extends the shutdown, and a whole lot more live at 11. All right, just for a little business out of the way first, folks, I have a really special guest going to join me on Monday. The Lowdown with Kevin Lowe. Blind from age 17. He's a wildly popular blogger. Produced 68 episodes of his podcast. We're going to chat about what travel is like for a blind man. Could be interesting and challenging, I think. But Kevin Lowe will be with me on Monday. You think I have a good attitude? Man, I can't hold a candle to this guy. He's something else. So I'm really looking forward to that. All right, Elizabeth on Locations feature for today to give you something to guess at. We used this yesterday. Nobody had a guess. And I know this is a tough one. You got to be able to recognize something in that picture to have a guess as to where it is. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But anyway, take a look at that. We'll get to that eventually. Elizabeth, by the way, is not with us today. She is at the No Name Bar because one of the Princess ships is landing in Cozumel today, and she's got a bunch of friends on board. I think they're going to all meet up at No Name here directly. So, and I saw this morning, and I thought, wow, I got to flash this up. Regional Press Feature of the Year to our own Janine Williamson. How about that? So that's lovely, Janine. I'll have to get Janine back on. She hasn't been on for about a month or so now. She's been traveling a lot. So a lot of stuff that she's been doing. So see if I can't get Janine on here again pretty soon. All right. Happy birthday to Hot Air Tom, by the way. He has, let's see, by now it's 11 o'clock. He's landed in Bermuda. and should be out on an excursion here this morning, if memory serves me correctly. I did miss, with all that was going on in my life the last couple days, I missed out on posting some stuff from Hot Air Tom when they sailed on the Jim from New York. That would have been on, what was that, Tuesday? Yeah. So, and I should have done this the next day, and I didn't. So I screwed up. But anyway, this was from Hot Air. There is no audio in the background of this, so I'll try to talk over it a bit. Of course, that's a little bit after the Jim has sailed, looking back at Manhattan. And then, of course, he pans over, what's coming into view there is New Jersey. And, of course, the water goes in the inlet there into Bayonne for another cruise port. But I found that it was, I think, really nice with lights. I've not seen this scene. I've sailed from New York a couple times, but it was always a daylight. I have not done it under cover of darkness and looked back at the city and the lights. So I think that's a pretty neat thing. And then as he gets a little further down the street here, that, of course, is the Statue of Liberty. That was probably another 5 minutes or so on down there. As the Norwegian Jim goes past the Statue of Liberty. Okay, and of course, that was from Hot Air Tom. Now, let me get back up here to, he also posted this, and I guess this was probably about the same time he started filming the that first clip, but probably did it at a little different light setting to take a still as opposed to, anyway, it was a little different in lighting. And then this, of course, is on his way to Bermuda, looking out the back of the Norwegian Jim, up on the top deck of the Jim, looking back over at I believe that was a sunrise, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, might have been a sunset. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's up on the pool deck. And this was the buffet that was set up in Maderno, which was for the suites and Haven. It was a breakfast buffet. So nice little buffet set up there. And that's in the observation lounge, I believe it is. I don't know, maybe that's on the other side of Maderno. I'm not sure where that one is. And they do have some Christmas decorations up on the Jim. And this would have been sunrise this morning. Of course, you know, Hot Air is up early, and that is first sight of land going into Bermuda as he's getting in closer. So they should have landed in Bermuda, and he's off on his excursion for the day, and I'm not sure what it is. Let me flash over real quick to see if he's uploaded anything else while I've been out and about this morning. That would be Messenger and Hot Air Tom. No, he hasn't. Okay. So he's out on an excursion, so we'll have some more to share from Hot Air Tom tomorrow. Now, meanwhile, over on the other side of the pond, our buddy Bethany Bartley, who, of course, I thought just did a fabulous job yesterday. I enjoyed immensely having Bethany on again. This was at the farewell dinner last night. The captain's toast at the farewell toast to everybody. And they had for dinner last night, this was smoked duck breast appetizer. I'm not a particular fan of duck, but that looks pretty good, I have to admit. And this was a lobster bisque. And the main course was pork Wellington. And then this was a chocolate molten lava cake with Grand Marnier sauce. And then this morning she had breakfast, nice breakfast on board the Avalon Passion, and arrived in Frankfurt, where they transferred her to her hotel for the day and night. She flies out tomorrow. And this was her view from the 32nd floor of the Marriott in Frankfurt. And then she had a chance to go to another Christmas market there in Frankfurt. So she got out and did about her 7th or so Christmas markets that she's been to. Of course, it was a Christmas markets cruise, so that's the way it goes. And she did get to add another mug to her mug collection. If any of you guys have missed that, the fascinating part of the whole situation with the mugs is that you pay a deposit when you buy, whether it's the wine or if you get hot chocolate, you pay a deposit on the mug, and you can either turn the mug back in to get the deposit back, or you can keep the mug, which of course she's kept the mug at every one of her, every time she's purchased either wine or chocolate. So she'll be heading home tomorrow to get back down in Tampa, where it's a little bit warmer. It's been pretty cold up there. I'm just glancing over in the okay. I will tell you this, folks. Do not click on the strange looking name that's there. That is a sex photo bombing. So you do not want to click on that. I will tell you that right up front. And I will delete it when I get over there. All right. We do have some news stories today. Unusual that, I would think about a news story, but I am, because we're going to talk about Carnival and we're going to talk about Grand Turk. But before we do that, this word from our sponsor.
Do you have a bad back, bad hips, bad knees, or any other mobility issues? Think about Scootaround. For scooters, walkers, wheelchairs, even oxygen needs, delivered right to your cabin. Scootaround for all your mobility needs on your upcoming cruise.
And of course, if you give them the SRN 11137 number when you call to book your scooter or oxygen concentrator or both, like I have to do, give them that number. You get not only the best pricing, but you also give a little credit to Chillie's Cruises, and it helps the channel out some too. We make a little bit of money. So feel free to book ahead, book often. Go on lots of cruises. So, all right. The lead story this morning is Grand Turk. Finally, Carnival Freedom arrived at Grand Turk, capital of Turks and Caicos, yesterday during a 6-night Eastern Caribbean voyage from Miami. It's the first cruise ship to stop for almost 21 months. Carnival Freedom will also visit Amber Cove and Half Moon Cay on this sailing. The most popular activity during a port of call in Grand Turk is just to go to the beach. That's lovely beach in either direction from the cruise port, literally off either side of the cruise port. Nearby is the largest Margaritaville in the Caribbean, featuring a massive pool with a swim-up bar and a flow rider surfing simulator. And then you can walk down the beach a little ways to Jack Shack, which is a popular eatery and bar. I don't know, maybe a 10-minute walk, something like that. So, and I highly recommend it. Grand Turk's a nice place to visit. Mostly Carnival ships going there. So, you got to be on a Carnival ship that's going to Grand Turk. Probably. There might be a few others that go in there, but it's mostly Carnival. Highly recommended. It's a nice place to visit, and lovely beaches. Those of you that like to gamble, there's a huge casino there. But anyway, yeah, good place. All right. Wonder of the Seas. Of course, that's the largest ship ever built currently. It's going to head to Port Canaveral next November and offer cruises to the Caribbean. She's going to enter service in March, offering cruises to the Bahamas and Caribbean from Fort Lauderdale. Then she will reposition to Port Canaveral in November, sailing week-long itineraries to the Eastern and Western Caribbean. Wonder of the Seas is the 5th Oasis-class ship from Royal Caribbean and the first of the 5 with 8 neighborhoods, thanks to the new Suite neighborhood. So that is Wonder of the Seas. All right, Enchantment of the Seas is getting ready to restart on December 23rd, but there still needs to be some more work on the pools. Unplanned maintenance is needed in the adults-only solarium, in addition to ongoing work on the pool deck. Enchantment of the Seas will restart sailings from Baltimore when she returns to service later this month. And it appears, folks, and this is, it's the first time I've seen this happen, at least. I could be wrong. Somebody else might have done it. But Royal Caribbean has their own water now. This is a can of Royal Caribbean water. So Royal Caribbean has rolled out its brand of water cans to replace the water bottles. For years, Royal Caribbean has offered water bottles to guests, but Joshua Greenfield shared that he was on Odyssey of the Seas last week, and the ship now had aluminum cans instead of water bottles. And the information is that it's easier to recycle aluminum than it is the plastic. So they've gone to aluminum. All right. $75 to go to Alaska. Is that even possible? Yeah, it is. Holland America's Line's new Ultimate Upgrade event kicked off yesterday by offering free upgrades and $75 Alaska fares for kids. Now, there's some stipulations with it, folks. It's got to be third and fourth parties in the cabin with mom and dad. Doesn't have to be mom and dad, but two adults and third and fourth parties to get the $75 fare. But that's a pretty cheap add-on for going to Alaska, guys. The new sale from Holland America will run through the end of February and is good on select cruises from the summer of 2022 through the spring of 2023. As an added bonus, you can receive up to $200 in cruise spending money if you book by January 20th of 2022. Holland America Line's The Ultimate Upgrade event includes the following. Free cabin upgrades. You can book an ocean view for the price of an interior or a balcony for the price of an ocean view. The upgrade is provided to the next highest category when booking. In honor of the cruise line's 75th anniversary of sailing to Alaska, Holland America has $75 cruise fare to Alaska for kids 17 and under when they are sailing as third and or fourth party guests in a stateroom. So, nice program from Holland America and those damn ships. And that's said with love and respect, not derision. Anyway, Holland America. I love them. I really do. My only problem with Holland America is like I have with Carnival as a whole, and that is they don't give a break to solo cruisers. And that's the only reason that I have not booked a Holland America cruise yet is because I got to have a break. You know, it's a book. I'm not going to go 100%. I just won't do it. I might be cutting off my nose to spite my face, but I'm fighting for solo cruisers to get some kind of break. But I do like Holland America, and I do want to get back on one of their ships, or several of their ships, actually. But the other news is discouraging news again. Of course, this has been ongoing situation from both Carnival and now P&O. P&O Australia has extended the shutdown, pause in operations to mid-April. This will mark 2 full years that the cruise line has remained on hold down under, as the government has still not come up with any path forward for the cruise industry. So it's this is beyond being pandemic now and getting into political, and they need to do something to get the cruise industry going again down under. So, all right, that wraps up the news portion of today. Let's go see who's with us and what anybody has to say this morning. And I did wish a happy birthday to Hot Air Tom. Cindy's with us. Amy's with us. And there it is, Joan Short. I got to take that out. That is a block user. That if you click on that, it's a sex thing. And yeah, none of us want to do that. At least, I don't. So, and I don't want my channel used for that either. So, anyway, Carol's with us. Hi, Carol. Nikki's here. She said, good morning from Jacksonville. Carol says, sadly, I've had to cancel my February cruises due to the updated Canadian travel advisory because of the rapid Omicron variant. Wow. Sorry about that, Carol. I'm still hopeful for the Alaska cruise in May. Wow. Bummer. Kenneth's with us up Pennsylvania. Kenneth and Robin, good morning, everybody. I don't know if you noticed, but Carnival Cruise Line has some awesome deals, 7-day cruises for $138 a balcony, great rate. That's on the Panorama. Yes, they do. There's Jason came up with a really good one, which is into the fall of 2023, which I booked on as well. Just because I promised Jason I'd go on a cruise that he's going to be on. But again, I'm trying to get something for solo cruisers. And Carnival won't let you take, like, if they have $138, they won't let me book as a solo for $138. They won't let me book as a solo for twice $138. If they'd let me book for $276, I'd do it. But they add more on than even that. So that's where it gets out of hand. So, but you guys that travel double occupancy, there are some good buys right now if you shop carefully. Absolutely. Emily's with us up in New York. Hi, Emily. Cindy says, yes, Carnival does have great deals going right now. I just booked another one for November 22nd, a short one from Tampa with cheers included. Very good. Glad to hear that, Cindy. Do you know who's going to replace Enchantment of the Seas in Baltimore when she goes to Alaska in 2023? No, I don't. And that's right. She's going to be gone from Baltimore. I knew she was going to Alaska. I didn't think about it. Let me see if I have a notice on that. I can check that relatively soon. So let's see. I'll pull over here and I'll look at Baltimore. Baltimore. Departure port. Baltimore, and I want to go to, let's say, July. Okay. Oh, yeah, dummy. I did that wrong. Okay, so let's go back and do that again. I will come up with an answer, folks. I know this is terribly poor air, so I will try to talk my way through it. So what I'm doing, I've got my search engine thingy over here. I searched it for 22, not 23, like an idiot. Okay, so Baltimore, and we're going to check it in the summer when it's in Alaska. So we'll say July to August of 2023. August 23. And search. And from Baltimore, no, they don't have anything booked for that period. Just Carnival Legend, which will also, it's the other ship in Baltimore. So they have not booked anything yet to sail out of Baltimore when Enchantment goes to Alaska. So I had not seen anything, Amy. So I'm relatively surprised because that's a pretty good, that's the meat of their market. I'm sure they're going to come up with another ship to go in there. Maybe like Grandeur of the Seas can go back to Baltimore. If I don't know if they're booked into 2023 or not. But anyway, nothing yet. So we'll see. Emily wants to know what the updated Canadian travel advisory is. I will leave that up to Carol, because I'm not sure what the latest is, and she probably has later than I do. Carol, if you can stick that in for Emily. Kenneth says, I know I'm scared. I think they're going to cancel my cruise going to Hawaii in February, so I'm looking for some options. I might be going on Majestic Prince of 3 cruises in a row. Nothing wrong with that, because he's booked on the Love Boat cruise and was looking at doing the 2 cruises before this one. What cruise did you and Jason book for 2023? Looking for a cruise that year. It's on the Carnival. Hang on a second. I will tell you exactly and give you the date. It's November 10th, I think. Let me go down here. November 10th, 2023. Carnival Freedom, 9-night cruise out of Miami with stops in Grand Cayman. Of course, that's a question mark because we don't know what Grand Cayman's going to do yet. Puerto Limon, Colon, Panama, and Cartagena, Colombia. So it goes to Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia. 9 days out of Miami. And that the balcony price, Kenneth, was like, I want to say it was less than $1,000. So, but anyway, Jason is booked on that, and I am booked on that one. So, all right, guys, that is going to wrap me up today. Got to do a little bit of paperwork and cleanup work for coming up cruises. I've got also one of the cruises that I'm on wants me to have my passport scanned into my computer or my phone. I have my for some reason my printer is not letting me scan anything. I don't know if I've got to reboot it somehow. Anyway, I'll see. I got to play with that some today. Before I go off, Amy just posted, Icelandic Air has announced nonstop service from Raleigh beginning in May next year. How about that? Raleigh is actually my preferred airport. Hot Air Tom keeps telling me I need to come to Richmond. But Raleigh, at least when I'm going south, I'm going to Florida, any of the Florida ports, or New Orleans or Galveston, it's cheaper than DC or Richmond. And that's the three I checked from here. You cannot afford to fly from Lynchburg or from Roanoke, which is only an hour away. I mean, you pay twice as much for everything if you fly out of here. So I usually go to Raleigh if I'm going south. Now, I'll probably go to DC. I have not booked DC yet. Or I have not booked my West Coast flights yet. So I will probably end up going from DC on that because it'll be substantially cheaper at Los Angeles or Seattle out of DC than it will from Raleigh. But boy, when I go south, I mean, I'm talking about a significant savings, like maybe 30% savings. So, and it's actually a little closer to Raleigh driving wise from here than it is to DC, but not too bad. Carol answered back, global travel advisory, avoid all non-essential travel outside Canada. The government will not be responsible to bring you home if you get stranded out of country. Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably would have tended to cancel out too. Can I take a picture of my passport, then load it to your computer or phone? Yeah, that's obviously what I'm probably going to end up doing. I was just hoping I could scan it so it would be a little more official looking than if I do it by my phone, take a picture of it. But I mean, that's what I did with my vaccination card, and that's fine. So, I've got a vaccination card in my phone so that I've always got it at my disposal. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. If you're new to this channel, glad to have you aboard. I do this every day, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, big day for Monday. I'm really looking forward to interviewing Kevin Lowe, Down Low with Kevin Lowe, big time blogger and podcaster. So I'm talking about he's done like, I think this is 68 or 69 podcasts this week. So he's been doing podcasts for a while now. So, but it's going to be interesting and challenging for me to interview a blind traveler. And yes, Kenneth, I know the situation you're in as well. I would feel the same way interviewing you too. I'm just, that's going to be a challenge for me. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it because he's big time. He's a big time deal. So that's going to be one of my bigger lands as far as an interview goes. So anyway, that will be on Monday. So looking forward to that. You guys just have a terrific day. And by the way, folks, so far so good on my test that I'm running this week. The test that I'm running this week, I don't want to get completely been out of shape and say, we're done. It's working. But so far, we're done. It's working. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to get my hopes up yet, but they're up. So, all right, guys. I'll see everybody 11 o'clock tomorrow. As always, thumbs up. Appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Bell notification so you know when I go live or when a new video is up. And that's going to wrap me up for today. You guys have a fabulous day. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Have fun. Book cruises. We'll all meet up one of these days on the high seas. This is the old fat travel guy. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.